Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Sunny. Today's pick a card is going to be on how the universe and the higher forces are assisting you right now. Before you is August 2026 eclipse season and its planetary transits and alignments. So there's a lot going on with the collective right now, especially as we're going through this Lion Gates portal. There's a lot of breakthroughs, timeline shifts, and your guides are ready to assist you on whatever it is you're going through at this time. There are three images. The first one is the tiger, the second one is the raven, the third one is the palomino, and each one of these piles have a message for you from your guides. Okay, so tap in, find out which one is your message, and I will see you guys at your pile. Okay, pile one. Let's go ahead and get into it. So if you guys were drawn into this tiger, we definitely have some messages coming through. So this is, how the higher forces, the universe, and your spirit guides are wanting to deliver a message. Okay, so they are talking about, or they're leading you to this tiger, okay, because there's some messages in here. I definitely was channeling the number 555. So for some of you have been seeing 555, you might have been seeing some other, numbers, 222, 111, but it's 555. That is definitely a major confirmation here with this pile. You guys, the higher forces and your guides want to talk about the fierceness within you, the determination, the willpower and the strength and the focus that you have. They want to remind you of your tenacious ability to really focus and to push through something, and to remember the power that you have to, tap into. Like, this is the power that you have when you need to tap in to get something done. They're saying you have the eye of the tiger when you really want to focus on something. And I feel like, there's this the survivor. Like, some of you guys are a survivor. You've gone through many challenges, and it's almost like you guys have the strength to be a survivor, where many people do not have the strength to be a tiger, or to be resilient like the way that you are. Okay, so there's a reason why the tiger is representing this energy and what the universe wants to talk to you about, because it's like there's this reservoir of extensive energy and focus and determination because of your your willpower that you have. Okay, so 555, the name of the song is The Eye of the Tiger by the band Survivor. And they were also telling me so they had me look up the name, because they said Survivor is some of this energy that is with this tiger, because a lot of you guys have went through some major challenges, and I feel like 555 is the indication that things are about to shift and change. So to stay fierce and to stay within this power, or to reactivate this personal power that you have deep inside, I feel like there is some second chances coming in. Some opportunities that maybe have it fell through the first time around. I feel like these new opportunities are coming through. I feel like there's been a very big emotional and physical and spiritual reset. I feel like you had to recharge your inner chi, your inner emotional spiritual self, to get the momentum to go back at something again. So if that resonates, I feel like some of you guys are getting ready to go at something again, to give it another shot, or to keep going and just keep pushing through. Like, keep pushing through. Eye of the tiger, keep pushing through. So there's just this new beginning. And and I also want to talk about this other card that came through. There is an artist card here. okay? And this is talking about the dreams and, you know, the things that you really want to acquire in life, okay? You have a crafty, you know, skill that you do. A designer and a creator. So there's an artist here, and this is Apollo, the Greek god Apollo, who represents like you know, the sun energy, and music. Okay, so when I think of Apollo, I think of, you know, joyful, happy, bright sun energy and music. Okay. There's been a lot of, and I would think we have some writers here. There's somebody who's really in depth in their emotions with this water right now. And I feel like you've been recharging emotionally, and maybe have been writing in a logbook, or you've been journaling some things or writing some things down. I think like you've really been tapping into your emotions right now. And this rainbow right here, if you guys have been seeing rainbows, I really feel like this is the universe, you know, using this as a symbol or a guide, you know, talking to you, you know, like just a guide. Like this rainbow has been sent to you. So if this, you know, you've been seeing rainbows lately, I feel like this has been a guide from, you know, your ancestors, you know, in the heavens above. Okay. So yeah, major artist abilities here could be writing, singing, dancing. It could be journaling, vlogging, anything that has to do with expressing your emotional and your emotional, like the expression, the way you feel through some type of a creative skill that you have. Okay. So a lot of artists in here as well. Let's see here. What else? I have a little side note here. So Spirit is going to realign you and reignite your passions and your self-confidence in your art, the art of you. Okay, so there's something, a second opportunity coming back around. So we're going to go ahead and pull some more Oracle and Tarot. I'll pull them as we go through kind of like each question, you know. So, but right now I want to look at some energies, okay? But yeah, the art of you, the artist, is coming back around. And I feel like they're going to help you move through some challenging times, some challenging energies or blockages. Okay, but let's go ahead and get some more cards. Pile one. All right, so let's see here. All right, Spirit, show me their current energy right now. Interesting. This is another deck that's in here. Just breathe. Oh my gosh, number 4. Yeah, I'm feeling like there's some anxiety in this pile. I was feeling that earlier, okay? And this is the art of you, the higher self, connecting with the higher self, like exchanging information and tapping into that reservoir of, you know, infinite potential and power, okay? The artist of you. So I feel like, oh, look at this, and they match, like yellows and blues and purples. Some of you could be wearing those colors right now. Yellows, blues, purples, or green. Okay. All right, so just breathe. So maybe some of you have some anxiety right now about how things are going to play out. A card just fell in the floor. Let me get that. Triumph, yes, in reverse. Okay, so again, that is the second attempt that's coming in here. So second chances. So you want to know when the victory is coming in or when you'll be able to accomplish something, okay? So they want to definitely help you accomplish this dream of yours, okay? So they're talking, yeah, heartache and loss. So I feel like a lot of emotional loss, yes. Okay, so you guys are looking for the spiritual strength and wisdom right now to go on. They do recognize that because there has been a lot of emotional loss and heartache. Okay, so I did pick up on that on your channeled message, how you guys are trying to recharge your energy from, you know, just a lack of emotional I don't know, like there's some kind of emotional loss or damage, and you're trying to recharge, you know, your spiritual self and your physical self right now, just to get more in alignment, okay, and to heal. I feel like the Temperance card here. So I feel like you guys are like trying to transmute some negative energies, okay? So they are definitely, I feel like I'm picking up on some kind of creator here that just has not had a lot of success, and they don't want to let it go. This means a lot to them, okay? And so you're getting a second chance to reignite this, okay? I'm hearing to really pull in some meditation practices right now to help you align and clear the area so that you guys can get more of a direct line of communication with your guides, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull some cards to look at some challenges that you guys may be facing right now. If this isn't resonating right off the rip, there's 2 other piles, but if it's resonating, then that's just another confirmation this is your pile. All right, so let's go ahead and pull 1 card here. And then we're going to look at some activations and blessings and advice that's coming in. But right now we're going to look at the challenges. Oh, that just popped right out. Okay. And let me get a tarot card for that. Hold on. Ooh, gosh, too many. Too many. All right, 1 card. The High Priestess. Ooh, okay. You guys could be a water sign. I'm definitely picking up on some water sign. Let me actually throw this to see what kind of signs are coming out here. We have Libra, Aquarius. This could be your top 3. Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus. We have Leo and Libra again. Okay. Gemini and Aries. Wow. Okay. So if you're any of those signs, but maybe water is somewhere in your chart, or your planetary alignment, like transits are going through a water sign, or a house. But anyways, or the emotions could just be running high at this time. Okay. All right. So the challenges. Let's go ahead and look into emotional desert. Look at that. Emotional. That's why I'm picking up. You see this, right? I am just picking up on this emotional loss. Where did I put that? Right here. These are the cards that came out. Emotional loss, emotional desert. There's been some kind of, heartache and loss, right? So maybe something got in the way of your creativity, and this is why the triumph and a reverse is like there's some kind of like there's a feeling of like something won't be accomplished here no matter how hard you try. So this is emotionally affecting you, because I'm telling you, within this heart space, like you definitely want something, this dream of yours. So now you can't make that up, okay? This High Priestess is really screaming to me right now that you are, see the water again? You guys need to go, I think you have like, you need to reset near some water, or drink some more water, or listen to some rain. A good rainstorm would do it, or go to the beach. I don't know. There's something about connecting with water and your intuition, or a night under the stars to connect with the spiritual wisdom that you're trying to require, to help you through this rut. I think it's like an emotional rut, okay? So inactivity and isolation. So there's also could be your dreams that you're trying to reach. Like I said before, it's like there, you can't seem to co-create the things that you want to, and there's a self of boredom, there's a self of you're not being content, right? Like the dreams, like I'm always doing this and doing that or whatever, but me, the art of me is getting lost, right? So I feel like maybe this could be like in the heart of hearts for some of you. All right, but this High Priestess is really, you're really in tune. You really have a depth to you that is just like a siren. Like people really notice how in depth you are with your emotions, and I think you want to create from that space, and you might have a lot to give, but there might be some obstacles and challenges along the way that keep setting things back. But the universe is definitely sending you a lot of downloads right now with you meeting higher wisdom. I feel like you might be ascending in your dreams. You could be ascending in meditation, or give yourself some time or a place to ascend, okay? Because there's information coming in the hands. You might be doing a lot of light language right now. Like you might feel a lot of verge of like spiritual activations, because that's your spirit team trying to come in, especially through the Lion Gates portal. You guys might be gaining the activation, a recharge in emotional happiness. So I feel for a lot of you, you might be getting a surge of emotional like wealth to come through, and they're trying to replenish these deserts with this water. Oh, okay, so spirit is moving like the water through the dry parts of you, not by your doing, but by, you know, life and the cruelty of life, right? So I feel like spirit is the water right now, moving in to give you a big dose of comfort, loyalness, and regeneration, like activations, right? And especially through your emotional state. Music could be soothing. I think like Apollo, you know, likes to play music, and he likes to use dancing things and happy people. So if you feel like this song is talking to you, your guides are playing songs for you. But you're definitely in this receiving. You're picking up on extra ethereal waves of information from spirit. Like you're tapping into the higher realms, and kind of getting some guidance here. And I think you're tuning in with this high priestess. Like you're just starting to notice that you don't have to do anything, but they're finding you and a way to recharge and uplift your spirits here. Like you're getting assistance right now is what I'm seeing through all of this emotional loss. There's a lot emotional desert, and you know, spirit's going to show you how much they love and care for you, you know, in a world that could be so dry and emotionalless, and maybe there's not enough emotional and care, and maybe you're you know what, guys, I'm getting a super what they call them, like Hyoki empath. Like you're super sensitive to energies, and maybe the collective at large could be affecting you, and it could be putting a damper down on your spiritual, like you know, want tos, you know, like I want to do this, but I feel kind of at loss for the expression because I'm feeling down. So because of the world's trauma, you know, you could be connected to the collective is what I'm saying, okay? And through this lack of emotional stimulation, when you get stimulated, there's less things to create from that space, and then nothing can get, you know, victory or reward success from that. Okay, so the other challenge, spirit, angels of four directions. So yes, remember how I said spirit? So the challenge, so in the past, I feel like it was in reverse. I'm a very big reverse reader. It just is a kickstart for me, saying that in the past, there was not a lot of connection, but now the spirit is coming in and opening up this portal, this light portal to you. I feel like your angels are coming in from all corners of the universe, okay? So you're getting a lot of activation. So now we're going to look in activations and see what they're trying to tell you. But this high priestess, you're definitely receiving, and with this card right here. So things are, the 555 number, that's definitely things are going to start flipping on its head. So I'm definitely feeling like, you know, Oh, look, we got 1111. See, I said that too. You got 555 and you got 1111. Okay. You could be 44, you could be 45, 47, you could be 34. You know, I think you could be at least like 30s, 40s, early 50s. Activations. All right, let me pull some of these. And then I want to pull some more oracle cards too. So if you guys are, we still have a little bit more to go, but by the time we're done with this reading, put a tiger emoji if this resonated with you, or let me know. What do we have? 7th house partners. Yes, I'm definitely feeling like some love situation. It could also be draining you. And yes, okay, let me explain something. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? What's the counter access point to this emotional partnership, Spirit? So, yeah, a lot has been on your mind. And I feel like there's been a lot of endings with relationships for some of you. I feel like boundaries have been set now because there's been a lot of interference with 7th house partnerships. Okay, a lot of you could be Libras. Venus is entering Libra on August 6th. Okay, so there will be a restorative balance as harmony starts returning to your life. Okay, so a lot of you could have Venus in Libra, or you could be a Libra. Things are starting, you know, to universally work out for you. There's going to be a lot of rebalancing in this love department. Okay, the veil is thin. It is what it is. It's just a lot of universal guidance and help at this time, and I definitely see it's coming in for you. All right, so a lot of you could be like, oh yeah, what I was gonna say, like in relationships, for real, like I could totally lose my goddess power by giving all my power away to people who do not replenish or give back to me. You give to work, to people, to places, to relationships, to kids, to whatever, but they don't return this, and it emotionally drains you and then zaps all of you, the art of you, okay? Whatever is inside of you that is creative or beautiful, it starts to dim, okay? All right, so we also have here activations. We have evolution here. Okay, so we're starting to evolve from partnerships. Like, I really feel like you're learning big lessons, and love lessons, life lessons. It doesn't matter if we're 80 or 60, 50. The age is irrelevant here. Like, it, you know, whenever it's time, you know. And so we have the DNA activation here. So you're definitely getting activated with their higher self, higher spiritual wisdom. Apollo, the angels, the higher realms is talking to your a high priestess, especially with this water element, which is the moon. Okay, the high priestess, the moon is the water element. She's receiving a lot of information right now, and it's going to guide you out of these troubled waters. Okay, and what they said a smooth sea, a smooth sea never made a skillful sailor, right? So in other words, like, that choppy sea made him some skills. So through your life and experience with everything, you're getting skilled. So that's your evolution. And I think you're starting to see who's the right people, places, and environments that are for you, that can help you stay in this, I want to call it the art of you. Okay? Because a lot of people will either drain you or take from you, or fill your cup back up. Okay? And I think we all go through that that experience, you know. It doesn't matter. Like, like, the age really does not matter here. It's just, we could even learn our lesson, apply our lesson, but somebody who didn't learn their lesson that's in our field can still, you know, rub you know, their energy could rub off on us. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about one person. It's about the whole village. You know what I mean? We need to work together because their mistakes could rub off on you and make you have a bad day, right? So that's why, you know, we have to be careful who we let in our circle because their mistakes become your burdens. You know what I mean? So that's another thing you can look at too. You know, like, I didn't do anything. I was staying in my lane. The girl still hit me, messed up my car. You know what I mean? That really, that kind of applies here with people in your life, you know. And sometimes you have no choice because it's your kid, you know what I mean? So we just have to find a way to tap into spirit, get the information we need, and to address and heal these wounds because we got to keep going. we got to keep going, you know. All right, so let's look at some more energies because I'm really feeling like tough love life lessons. Kind of recircling here. We did hit Chiron stations retrograde. Okay, old wounds will resurface, so there's a reflection on that energy. But Venus enters Libra, so there's definitely going to be some higher guidance that's returning some harmony and balance. All right, so we have energy shift. Yes, there's that shift right here. I knew it. The tower moment, like the higher realms, the angels are coming in, and they're going to open your eyes up to some things, but they're also going to help shift this energy. Okay, out of nowhere. See, you're tuned in. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel this shift. So energy shift for you. Love it. Thanks, Spirit. I'm feeling that. So I love when I feel it, but then the cards come and just they confirm what I was already feeling. Especially with this emotional desert. We already picked up on the emotional loss. All right, what else do we have? So period of so the period of prosperity. This is the Lionsgate portal. This is the period of prosperity that's going to kind of help shift and rebalance and give you the spiritual strength and wisdom you need to move forward. So really, this high priestess of you is evolving right now, and so you're hiding the activation with your high priestess. Okay, download. What did I say? Look, right on top of high priestess. You cannot make this up. I said you're getting some downloads with this high priestess. And this came out right on top of the high priestess. Look at that, see? And I will tell you, the language of spirit is synchronicity. I mean, hands down. You see it. This is why I like to pull the cards live because, well, you can see, you know, spirit talking to you. Like, wow, look at that. Bam. I said you were getting downloads with the high priestess, and that's the card that confirmed the high priestess. Let me know if this is your pile. Fighting guidance, seeking truth, interested in learning. Yeah, so seeking wisdom. What did I say before? Seeking wisdom and support from mentors, teachers, or spiritual resources. So the angels, this higher, golly, this could be your higher self. This could be your oversoul. This could be an angel, a universal intelligence, or a consciousness. This is definitely just a divine intelligence coming. It's raising you up. So I would say, for sure, pay attention to your dreams, pile one. Okay, and they just want to remind you of you, the eye of the tiger. Okay, that's the song they made for that Rocky Balboa movie, like one of the greatest of all times back in their day. Like, it's still a classic. Okay, I don't know. That's he had to go through challenges and get back on his feet. He had to do several attempts and get back in shape. And I mean, this could refer to you. So you might want to watch that movie because they're saying that has a lot to do with the surviving of you, the challenges that you've gone through and defeated, the resilience of you. And maybe there's just one more obstacle you've got to get prepared to fight. But you have assistance. You definitely have assistance. It'll be a lot easier. But I feel like there's another breakthrough around the corner. Okay, but you love to learn. You're seeking wisdom. And I did say that before. You're looking for wisdom, and it's coming in. And you're going to get the support from angels from all over. Four corners of the universe is basically saying from every dimension is coming in to help you. So you also are getting from spiritual resources like readings, teachers, spiritual teachers, whoever you like to find guidance from when you like to seek the truth, okay? Because you're interested in learning, and spirit loves that. We also have their mind is programmed not by their beliefs, but by false programming. So this is a time to isolate and receive this information in solitude. It's a time for self-reflection and solitude, because there's a lot of people who are giving you false advice because they're programmed not by their beliefs, but by the false programming. And spirit is rewiring your you, right, to download correctly, the right way. Because there's forces out there that don't want us to get straight communication. You're getting straight communication from source. No chat GPT, no online, straight from the ethers. And they want you to recognize that that is the truth. And you're going to download it. You're going to innovate it in everything you do. But be aware, this is a warning, that when you have this information, to really pay attention, put these boundaries up with partnerships all over, environments, workplaces, whoever, because the evolution of you is sacred, and it's important that these people don't confuse you or try to take it away from you, because they're programmed by other people's beliefs. You are programmed by source alone. Okay, so some of the information that you will be receiving is definitely kind of like futuristic thinking, or things that most people don't talk about because they're behind, and instead of getting the information on their own, they're just quoting and repeating other people, and they're stuck in a box. Okay, so God is coming to get you, and you're having training with the higher intelligence alone. Okay, so be mindful of who you let in your circle. You have to protect this information. It is very sacred. You are chosen for something. Apollo, angels, your artistry, the art of you is wanted. Wow, look at that. I feel like you have one more big push to go through. I don't know why. Some of you could be pregnant. That's for very few of you. Or for just a couple, or maybe even one. But there's something like coming through. What else do we have here? But you're chosen. Oh, yes, you're chosen to get this information that other people don't have. That's why I'm saying, okay? So you're breaking free, like, of this matrix, this false programming, false prophet. Like, I mean, yeah, all the good stuff. Personal mission. So again, the art of you is a personal mission, because you've been chosen. Yeah, you've definitely been chosen. All right, one more card, Spirit. Visitation. You're definitely going to get some visitations. Cellular upgrades and visitations, okay, from these higher beings. So the Buddha, exactly. They want you, do you see this? Let me show you. They want you to ground like the Buddha, okay? Because the Buddha is basically in a meditation, so he can clear his mind, get away from, all this toxic energy, and they want to download this wisdom, okay? Because spiritual wisdom is coming through this high priestess. So the Buddha, cosmic timing, they want you to, when you feel like you're getting a download, to participate and join in to receive this higher mind, this higher intelligence, okay? So ground yourself in a spiritual setting, not a materialistic or a loud 3D environment, but somewhere zen and holistic and water, so where you can open up your psychic channels to receive the wisdom that's coming through. Okay, because it's going to give you the spiritual strength that you need to express yourself with your throat chakra. 14 is an also big number that's coming in here. That is a God number. That is Godhead. That's source energy, okay, So there's something with your throat chakra that's kind of maybe been, you know, dimmed down, it's going to reactivate through this, you know, through these activations with these higher intelligence. Okay. All right. So let me see where we are right here. We are at 33 minutes. Okay. Let me pull you one more card and we'll shut it down. Let me know, pile one, let me know if this resonated with you. And if, you know, you feel like you have more messages, check pile 2 and 3. I mean, it could, you know, all run together. We're going to, for let's see, Work Your Light Oracle. I want Spirit to give me some advice for you to shut down this reading. But let me know if this resonated with you. It was very, very direct. It kept like, it just kept like pointing in the direction I was going. It didn't take a hard left. There was, oh, this came, trust the Nidgel. What is the Nidgely feeling trying to tell you? Yes, you're in a very feminine, look at this, high priestess. Look at these 2 priestesses over here and look at all these priestesses. Wow. You're being nudged by this divine feminine goddess power, angelic. You've got a lot of womb, emotional wombs that are going to be healed by higher feminine intelligence, divine feminine. Okay, you're going to get a visitation through your dreams, through you know, your meditations or your downloads. And so, wow, they just want you to trust. What the advice is from Spirit is to trust what's happening. Trust the feeling, like the Nidgel, like the feeling, like the energy that is literally like pouring through you and all around you. Okay, what is it trying to tell you? Okay, on the back of the deck, get grounded. I cannot make this up. Empath, highly sensitive, connected nature. So I also told you that you were highly sensitive and you were empath and you need to get grounded, and that came out. You just can't make this up. And there's a Buddha in the back too, right? So yes, this water, you could have a north node in the water sign, could have Pisces, okay? But highly sensitive empath, you need to get grounded. Yes, that's. And then we have you answered your deepest calling yet, warrior woman? You definitely have an ancestorate plethora, you know, gang stock of divine feminine warrior archetypes here. It's absolutely insane, okay? So get grounded, okay, for these downloads and bring out the warrior in you. Okay. I'm going to leave it there, pile one. Please let me know how this resonated. Leave a little tiger emoji so I know, or you put pile one, whatever. But also, if you feel like you need more personal messages, I will leave my contact information down in the description box. So you can just email me, and then, you know, I can do personal readings. Just let me know what it is that you need. And I'll check my email. So just let me know, okay, through the email if you need any assistance moving further. If not, I trust that whatever was here helped you get the information that you need, okay? And yeah, trust this feeling. It is super strong. I'm even feeling as it's super strong. All right. So you guys enjoy this beautiful time, and you know, the Lionsgate portal. It's really, really strong. It's super powerful and exciting. So have fun with it. Enjoy, and you take care. I'll see you next time. Bye. All right, pile two, welcome to your reading. So if you guys chose the Raven, then the Raven chose you as well. So, you know, interesting. This Raven is coming as a guide within itself. This is let's say the myth or the story behind the Raven is that it transfers, you know, deceased individuals to the other side. And so crows and ravens have always been a spiritual, ethereal type of bird. They work in between dimensions. So I want to say that, you know, this journey is very spiritual for you. And I believe that your messages want to talk about, your messages within this reading, I should say. I want to talk about your journey, okay? So there's passed over loved ones coming through and heavy ancestors coming through. That could be, you know, a soul of a raven to help you along your journey, or they're using this raven to catch your attention every time there's a message coming in about your journey, especially the spiritual journey. So obviously, we're going to be talking about your spiritual journey and the evolution of you. So this is a guide for you, and it's heavily connected to passed over loved ones. So if you recently lost anybody, you know, I feel like they're coming through. Your ancestors that you knew on this earthly plane and the ones that came before your incarnation on earth. Okay, so, and heavily universal forces. Okay, so it's just like you're being guided and you're not alone on your path. Okay, so we're going to pull Oracle and Tarot cards to get the message about your journey that, you know, is coming in for you. But I want to talk about this other card. So you got the Odyssey. But real quick, when I had these cards on the table, my cat jumped in and started ripping up the cards. And then something wild came through. This might be just for like 1 or 2 or 3 of you, but like a hamster bite. Like, did a hamster bite one of your fingers, or a pet or something just bite you, or something along the lines of an animal ripping something up or biting you? If that is resonating, comment down below, let me know. Some of you could have a cat, a black and white cat, an orange cat. There's some kind of animal coming through. So I feel like you're heavily connected to animals, and they are going to be a guide for you as well. But I want to talk about this Odyssey card. So it's a quest. Okay, and it's like you're heavily being guided on this quest, this spiritual quest. And here you are at the very beginning. I also picked up on a brunette, and I didn't notice, but I picked up on a brunette in the beginning of this reading, and then I noticed this girl had dark hair. You don't have to be, but there's something about dark hair, okay? So, but you definitely don't have to be. But I just want to say that came through. But this Odyssey, and you could be 35 years old, you could be in your 30s, but this Odyssey came through, and there's a bridge that you are going to go across, okay? And here beyond in the heavens, the higher realms is what they're showing me. They want me to intuitively talk about this card to you, because the message is beginning with this card and the raven. So it's kind of like follow the yellow brick road, right? And this will be your guide, and the raven from your deceased loved ones, the spiritual realm is guiding you, and you're at the very beginning. You're at an initiating start. So you're just be initiating to cross this journey to get to the other side and then make it up to the temple path. So here is your ultimate destination, is the higher realms, the temple, like the oracle, the high priestess, like somebody is summoning you from a higher realm. And, you know, of course, God is always the pack leader leading us into these higher realms with higher divine knowledge. But, you know, we're so far down in the 3D and the matrix and all that. You're being called, you're being summoned to come to the temple path to evolve and raise your consciousness, right? But before we do that, we have to cross the troubled waters. And so there's a bridge before you. And this bridge is the quest that you're getting ready to go into this Odyssey, okay? And along the way, you're going to find treasures, and you're going to be helped. Now, when I looked into this picture, okay, I don't know if some of you guys know this or not, or if it's just being activated, or it's been within you, or been activated before, but there is mediumship coming through. And as soon as I looked in, and I'm a medium as well, and so everybody started popping out of this card. There was all kinds of people popping out in this card, and I could clearly see them. Some, and you even have a little dragon over here, but you have a very there's like a lot of different guides along the path waiting to assist you. There was a guy in a gray suit. He looked like from another time, and he had a dog with him. Then there was this like really wizardy, ethereal, wise guy with long gray hair and a cloak. He had a cloak on, so he like a Nostradamus type of energy. He was walking one way, then we had these women come through, then we had these mythical creatures, and then we had like light body beings popping up. There is all kinds of, higher intelligence beings within another realm that is ready to assist you. Like, you're their beloved, and they're getting ready to assist you as you cross through this journey. Now, it could, for some of you, be a very beginning, or you could be already on your way. But nonetheless, what the message is, you are going to be assisted on this journey. And through this pathway in the Odyssey, you will be greeted by many other guides who will start an initiation for you. So one guide's going to start an initiation, and then the other guide is going to, he's going to finish, right? You're going to go through one process, one level, then you reach the end of that level, go to the next level, meet another guide, okay? And he's going to assist you, or she's going to assist you all the way through this valley, over the bridge, and to this temple. But along the way, they're going to have you collect treasures and offerings. And it's like you guys are going to give and receive so many things back and forth to each other. It's going to be a Six of Pentacles, a reciprocal type of energy. And it's going to bond you. And you're going to get clues and synchronicities and signs along the way. This is a beautiful journey. And they want you to know that they want you to stop along the way and cherish every step. It could be beautiful and it could be rough, but along the path, it's always going to be a different experience, and it's going to teach you something. It's going to show you something. And so this is such a really cool message, to be honest. It's like the cards are coming, but they want you to embrace the message, not the cards. The cards are coming, but they're wanting you to listen as I channel their message to you. This card, the Odyssey, says it all. This is a 1,000 words in one picture, and it literally, I've had it before, but it's been a long time to where mediumship comes through the picture and it comes like alive, and the 3D, it pops out in the 5D in this card, and it's like things that were hidden have illuminated themselves, and what came through was the guides on every corner, every, turn left here, go straight, go down this bridge, every passageway through this Odyssey to the Temple of Light, which is like your destination, has come in with an assistance, an initiation with a different guide, different knowledge. So this is absolutely super cool. This adventure is one of a kind, an opportunity that a lot of people have not yet discovered, but you have been summoned to come to this temple path, and on your way you are going to be greeted by some really wise mentors and teachers. And I just think that some of you could literally be halfway through. You could be right next to the temple gate. You could be just starting. Either way, there's a message in here for you, no matter where you are on your journey. But this is a time to celebrate and collect all the beautiful treasures on your quest, because you are not alone. And the Raven really comes through as like a guide for you guys. And, the past over loved ones really that care about you are leading you and guiding you to, these gold little nuggets everywhere to show you, a beautiful transformation that is possible within your life, okay? So embrace this quest, this spiritual quest, and know you are not alone. They are everywhere. It's just like, and I want to say that the scenery is going to change every time you go through a path. It's like one is like the woods, and then one's the beach, and then one's, you know, a desert, and then but no matter where you are on this beautiful quest, you're going to have guides that come in to assist you through this unknown territory and guide you. And when you get to this path, oh boy, like you'll see that you're getting closer and closer, okay? But you know, we do have some tricks, and we do have some challenges, and you know, some adversaries, and things that are going to try to trick us and sway us off our path. But that is the test that you will be going through to, you know, really get to challenge you, which is good because we need challenge to build our character. Okay, so enough of me channeling off these cards, but that is really a big message for you. But let's go ahead and look into your current energy. Let's look at your challenges that the universe is helping you troubleshoot. Let's look at activations, blessings, all this stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 2. What a beautiful thing. And I just need to say your mediumship skills. You need to tap into those, or know that it's in your bloodline, it's in you. And you know, your third eye would help a lot with your mediumship if you develop those skills, because they are there, and if you can tap in and see them a little bit more clearly, it would be very interesting. Now I want you to do this. I want you to screenshot a picture of this, and when you have some time, come back later and see if you can pull it up on your screen and see if you can see the images that are coming through, because they are there, okay? And this is all positive. There's nothing negative. Now, if you do see a negative creature, that's just a warning up ahead. Like I said, it's not always going to be sunshines and rainbows. These are they're representative of challenges that challenge us to make, you know, the right decision or learn right from wrong. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter our age or where we're at in our journey. We could be so close because we've already been through a long journey, and then fight our last crazy battle, like something we've never faced before. It doesn't matter. They pop up when they pop up. The divine knows the journey that you're on. So later look and see if you can see any mediumship. Yeah, see if you can see any guides coming through. So let's go ahead and look at your current energy, pile 2. Wow. Okay, so you are destined to be you're destined to be, you know, to complete this path, this quest. Okay, and oh my gosh, look at this. I kid you not. This partnership and alliances, I rejoice and celebrate. Look, you have celebrate right here. You could be 33, or you could be seeing 333 or 555. But listen, you understand how it's like this quest is to be celebrated and treasured. You have celebration and rejoice. And because you have alliances and you have partnerships. Look at this. You just can't make this up. This is exactly what it is that they want you to know that along this quest, okay, do not be scared. Do not let it scare you, because you have a helping hand from above. And I want to say, because I am multidimensional and medium and a seer of prophecy and all that, an angel reached down and grabbed my hand in the multidimensional realms, okay, as I was sleeping, because I was a little frightened of the journey at first, because the dark side was trying to like stop me. It was so frightening. It was a spiritual warfare. And so the angel reached down and grabbed my arm just like this. I even sketched it in my book, because I'm writing about my book, The Journey. And so I kissed his hand when he pulled me up. So you are definitely being rejoiced and celebrated. So it's almost kind of like you're being celebrated in a time of your life where you have gone already. What I'm hearing right now, pile 2, is that you've already gone through challenges, and now they're taking you to the other side. This is a time so it's not so much that you're going through more challenges. It's more or less you're coming out of challenges, and it's a rest and rejuvenate period. And as you rest and rejuvenate, these partnerships, these alliances are coming in to grab you through this odyssey. So I think This is a very spiritual and magical time for you to celebrate and relax and rejoice. And oh my gosh, there is, light at the end of the tunnel. God is here to rescue me. I feel like, Pile 2, you guys have already come out of many challenges and obstacles. And now, and it's like the higher realms have seen that, heard your prayers, have seen the fight within you, and it's almost like you are worthy of this next next level. But this next level is like out of the Dungeons and Dragons. Now you're going to be riding on the dragon's back through the Odyssey. They're going to be guiding you. And of course, you'll see some goblins along the way, but your strength and your spiritual authority has, heightened now. Like you have more of a higher ranking, and you've already defeated some of these lower trench entities, and you don't need to go there anymore. You'll be flying above that, okay, to your next destination, if that makes sense. So basically, Pile 2, what's coming through is that your partnerships and alliances are congratulating and celebrating you and taking you on this beautiful journey. And so it's a time to rest and rejuvenate and to look back and to really reflect of where you've been, and now you can see where you're going and what all that meant. So at first I wasn't sure if you were beginning these new challenges, but what I'm hearing is that no, you're beginning a new initiation, right? You're beginning a new phase, but it's the next level up to where it's like you've already been through the dirty, swampy fields, wrestling with snakes. And now you're coming into a higher learning and understanding. Wow. I feel like you guys have chose wisely. You made a lot of good decisions we don't make all the best one, the right ones, but we've made the best decisions that we could at the time. And I think they're acknowledging your efforts and trying to do the best that you can with what you had. Okay, so I feel like your ancestors with this raven are honoring you. This is beautiful. Show me their current. I have to pull some tarot. Where are we at right now? Throat chakra. Yeah, okay. New beginnings, like I said. New beginnings are coming in. With the universe. Look at this. You got the universe card, and the passion's ignited. There's something in you that has definitely switched from the old to the new, and now that the new is integrating, it's going to take a new beginning, and your throat chakra is coming activated. Like, you know how they say monkey see, monkey do? Well, Pile 2 see, Pile 2 do. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is that you see, now you are doing it. Now you are breathing it. You are talking it. You are living it, right? The universe is your guide here. Wow. So you see how the stars, they have all these little dots? Like, you might have been seeing orbs. I really feel like a lot of you have had your third eye activated. So these are guiding orbs, the universe, the consciousness, God, and they're his little helpers. Animal spirits, angels, ancestors, they all help us along the way. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna put that down, because the partnerships and alliances is definitely the universe working with you. You got some, and this reading is all about the higher forces, okay? And that is the epitome of higher forces, is the universal force at play here. And that is, God, the angels, all of the magical, angelic kingdoms working with you. So let's go ahead and look into some more energies here. Let me get some cards. But congratulations. I feel like you guys are definitely leveling up here. I love it. Yes, I see animal energy and powers. Like I said, you guys are definitely connected, or these animal spirits. We have an owl here. We have a stag. We have a cheetah. And there's this girl with the cloak. Okay, so Spirit has you cloaked. There's a fox here. Yeah, because Spirit is clever. Spirit is wise. Like, he's cloaking you and guiding you. So I feel like you're on a journey that nobody knows about. Like, this cape right here reminds me of this, like, invisible cloak. So this is a really personal solo journey that you're going on. 2 and 7 is a 9, right? So this is really personal, but it's not meant to be shared right now. I feel like this is a personal time for you to get to your destination. And then when you're done, pile 2, then you can talk about it. But right now, it belongs to you and Spirit and God. This is between you and God, whatever is going through. So all these supernatural things that are happening or going to happen to you, I don't know where you are. I feel like I have different initiates here at different levels. But no matter where you guys go, okay, you're going to be cloaked, and it's going to be spirit and spirit animals and higher frequencies of, higher intelligent beings walking, assisting, and guiding you, walking along you, guiding you, and assisting you. And so each animal can offer something or some different type of protection or wisdom or experience for you. Just like the Odyssey, the guides, like I said, every corner, every new territory you come, there will be somebody to assist you. This has literally been like the in-depth energy of your life, okay? So animal energy and powers. So we have a lot of assistance coming in. And these animals just love you. Wow. Okay. There's so much to be said here. Pile 2, I'm just like, I haven't even stopped talking because there's so much going on. And I just want to offer you this. Now, look, journey guide, travel, change, and location. Okay. See, they just got me talking. I guess just hang in there, Pile 2, because they got a lot to say. This is what I'm saying. Change in location and travel. Every time you travel with this Odyssey card and you change in a certain location, a different journey guide will come in. I just got done saying that. God's got you and this whole journey in the palm of his hands. God's got you. And to see, there's nothing but light opening up to you at this time. Nothing to fear and everything to embrace right now. Such a beautiful journey. 22, definitely your number, because that is a sign of the ancestors. And 333. Holy crap. I love this for you. So we're definitely going to take this journey guide. Oh, where's the animal card? Journey guide, universe, you name it. They're all here for you, walking you to this beautiful path that, the universe has for you. A lot of adventures. You see all of these, air balloons up in the up here in the ethers? A lot of adventures. A lot of people coming to get you and take you. But you're having an off-world experience. You could still be planted firmly here on the earthly plane, but your consciousness is raising. God's got you. It's like your turn. Your ticket out of here. Okay? You have a ticket. You have a golden ticket out of here, right? And they're taking you from the outside. So when we're on planet Earth, we're like on the inside looking out. Now God is taking you outside and having you look at a different perspective, a different angle, and you're going to see everything on a different plane of existence. So you see how the world works, right? And it's chaotic right now. It's crazy. But God's going to show you the way he sees it and how it works. And then you're going to have a balancing act. Everything is going to be, you're going to find major balance. So 2 of Pentacles is coming in very strong. I feel like you're going to be able to balance more effectively and, like the spiritual and the physical. You're going to be able to balance these a lot more and have your own opinion and your own story about it. So I'm also seeing that new beginnings with the way that you express yourself or the way that you see things is like you're gonna have a different perspective shift. Yeah, major connections. I just feel like you are really being held tight by the divine right now, and it's all about you. Of course, you're going to have some interactions with other people, but pay attention to how strong your guides are coming through and you know, trying to, you know, assist you. I literally shut everything down for 5 years because I just wanted to take them by the hand and have them teach me and show me. I literally didn't talk to people for 5 years. They're like, where are you? And I'd be like, I'm busy. They're like, yeah, but doing what? I was like, just doing what I do. You know what I mean? You don't owe them anything, okay? But this is a personal journey is what I'm hearing. Any more from this deck, Spirit? Mindfulness, peaceful, present, quiet mind. Yes, see, you are recollecting your bearings. Like you are recentering, you are recalibrating, resetting, renewing. The universe is eliminating and removing toxicity and anything that doesn't belong to you or serves you moving forward. The throat chakra is highlighted here. Do you see the little circle right here? Your mind is going to reset the tone of your voice. The recalibration of you and spirit is coming online, and it's like opening up. See, her brain is opening up to so much more. You're going from the bottom all the way up, and in between is like so much, you know, new wisdom, new experiences. But this universe is talking to you. Look at this, the throat chakra. The universe is literally talking to you through your mind. And as they come through your mind, you'll be able to speak through your truth, your new perspective, and your new understanding. This is a spiritual ascension, a spiritual upgrade. This is the Odyssey. This is the peace that God is like providing for you, a new way of looking through things. He's like, okay, so the world had their time showing you what they do. Now let me show you what I do. This is what I'm hearing. Flip, flop, flop, flip. Like their time's up. My time is now. So your time is now with God and the universe, recalibrating and setting your vision straight again. Oh my God, it's a beautiful time. So the communication between you and the universe is very strong right now, and it's almost like a telepathy, you know, straight communication, like like you can hear spirit in your heart, your mind, your soul, and God, you can hear the guidance. Right? And it's peaceful. It doesn't shout. It doesn't stress you out. It's almost like you understand the language that spirit is speaking to you, and it soothes your soul, right? Oh my God, the universe is a partnership, your alliance on the way through to this temple path. And every stop is going to offer something so incredibly unique and just mind-blowing to you. I feel like your mind has been blown, and it's set like a new beginning for you that is going to have you so happy, right? It's literally like been rescued from the divine. This deck is really speaking to you. It's also talking about the force of love and creation. Divine presence is here for you. So the divine is reaching out, and it's healing of the heart and the mind. It's like spirit is a big glass of water and with some super nutrients in there, giving you a re-up, a leg up, a re-up, a rejuvenation, a different way to look at, an opportunity to look at things differently. And you know what, pile 2, I do have other piles. If you're not quite here yet, there is other piles, but I want you to know that this is what's coming for you. If you feel like you're at the tail end of some major challenges and some obstacles that really beat you up, this is what's coming in for you. You can expect this to arrive in your life very soon, okay? And, and the rest of you are probably already on this. Okay, so You have more joy and more blessings. Look, there's blessings and joy coming in everywhere, okay? Because your archangels are assisting you, okay? They're definitely here, present. Okay, but I definitely see passed over loved ones, even grandfathers, uncles. Some of you lost a great uncle, an uncle that's coming through. I mean, even your animals. That's all. You lost a dog. The dog's coming through, and your great uncle is assisting the dog in the heavens. I mean, they're just you. They love you, and they love. I'm hearing for some of you. I'm hearing for some of you that you are Spitfire. That you have just a really mischievous, like, fire heart, like a fire in your heart. Like, you guys are really Spitfire is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's look at some more energies that might have been challenging for you. Let's see what we get, if anything. Ooh, the healing light. Yes. So that came in like this. So at one point we were a little dimmed from the divine light. We were blocked from the divine realms. Okay. But you're getting professional assistance from the divine to flip it back over. This is what I'm saying. And again, look at all the clouds. These are different decks. Okay. Different decks. You're being raised up in consciousness. Everything is raising you up. So the healing light, pile 2, is coming for you where it once was, not as bright as it could be. They're turning up the level of on you. Okay, so spirit, the abundance of spirit is reaching in. I love this. And again, like, this is what's coming. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's look at some activations. Yeah, paradigm shift for sure. A lot of you guys are getting major shifts and, healing of the arts. Like, I saw the violent flame when I'm shuffling. They tell me to look at certain cards. Violent flame is definitely a higher alchemy, heavenly tool that you can't see. It's in a higher frequency, but it's a violent flame that helps transmute and heal old wounds. So I feel like you have ascended masters and angels working with the violent flame with you to heal you. Okay, so let me know down below if you've seen it already, like I have. I wrote about it in my book. It's real. It's just in another dimension, and your third eye has to be activated. You have to be in tune with your spirit guides. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and see what we got here for activation. So spirit, whoo, the heart. Yes, the heart. Archangel awakened awareness. So you're becoming full spectrum. Like, you are definitely becoming an awakened soul through this journey. But it's an unfurling, back to love. Like, your heart chakra, they're definitely working. They're watching you, and they're watching you heal your heart. And you can see the bliss that comes in. Like, look at her face, right? She's just feeling something she's never felt before, and it's replenishing her soul. And this is what, God's promise is, to show up when we need him, right? Yeah, to show up. So through your healing of your heart, you're becoming an awakened soul. Let me see if there's any more. These, I'm telling you, the violent flame just popped out. I kid you not. Look at that. All right, pile 2. They told me to look at that card, and I put it back in. I shuffled it, and it just flew out. Look at this. 50, number 52. Some of you could be 52. I see 30s and 50s here. Some of you could be in your 40s. But I definitely see where, whether you are aware of this or not, this takes place in your sleep. This takes place in your meditations. This takes place in another dimension where your spirit guides can reach your soul, your consciousness, and they have been healing you from another dimension. Do you see this eye? It was watching you, sending you positive, like, light language and this healing. So I was awake at third eye, and I saw them give me this violent flame. I got to work with the violent flame. And I know there's a lot of people that haven't seen it or know about it, and they think it's a bunch of woo-woo. But I'm here to tell you that it's very real, and I'm a witness to it, and I wrote about it. And so the angels carry this healing alchemy with them, and it's a higher frequency. It's a higher octave of frequency that we don't have here in the third plane. You have to meet them where they're at. And so when you finally reach that level, you can start to see, you know, what seers and prophets and, you know, all these other mystics talk about, because they have healed enough to see through the different dimensions, and what comes through is the violet flame. And so I want to say that maybe some of you are aware of this, some of you are not, but you are getting healed in your sleep, and or wherever the archangel or the ascended master is working with you. Okay, I'm not sure, you know, on what level of consciousness you're at, but they're definitely sending you healing energy. So one morning you might just wake up and be like, why do I feel so good, right? This eye, if spirit or God or your angels, okay, is watching you through another dimension, sending you healing, especially with your heart. And the more healing you get, the more awakened you are becoming. Beautiful. Let's look at another activation. Yeah, and you're starting to feel, I'm going to see, some of you could be a Cancer, but you're starting to feel a lot of different energies. You're definitely embodying the Cancerian energy, because your intuition is waking up, and you're starting to feel rather than heal or hear or physically touch, but you're feeling it within your soul, your consciousness. Like your consciousness is waking up. Love it. All right, Spirit, show me an activation. Pluto transformation, absolutely. So 111 is another guide for you, okay? And so something has provoked this transformation to occur. And that could be the challenges and all the things from the past that have pushed you into this awakening. Sometimes it's so bad, it comes so good, you know, like the old has to come crumbling and crashing down. The Tower of Babylon has to come crashing down before the light can come through, right? So that was an example. I don't really have an opinion about that, because, you know, to each its own. But I just want to say that, like, that was an example of something that was blocking the light came crashing down through some kind of, you know, painful life experience, and that's how it cracked you open so the light could come in, and that's what transformed and initiated and provoked this spiritual awakening. Do we have any more in this deck? No, we can move on. We can move on. Okay, so I feel like you guys might have this Jupiter is bringing in blessings. The transit, I feel like, so that's an indication to me that this is your time. Something is written in the stars for you. So I'm going to take some more energies to dive in deeper about who you are and what, if, you know, universal energies came in to work with you in the past, in the present, and the future, and more about a archetype of who you are, okay? So let's see, let me see where we are. Okay, so we're gonna close this reading down. Let me just get some energies. Spirit, show me clearly. The Buddha prepares. You are receiving information and you're integrating it in. Buddha is all about, preparing for higher intelligence to come in. You have definitely left the 3D matrix, and that's why you're transforming. You are stepping into a higher realm at this time, but you just exited the 3D matrix and their illusions. Look what just came out underneath 3D, the illusions, because they were false. So look what's coming underneath in negative ties. Look at that. The matrix gave you illusions and negative ties. Unbelievable. But let's look over here. Yeah, so this is what's causing the transformation, matrix, the illusions, and the negative ties. Bye-bye. God's turn. You're having a visitation from the Buddha and from God. Absolutely. Follow the prophecy. Follow the prophecy of you, okay? You are getting dream messages. I told you that in your dream, the angels are working with you, healing your soul and your heart, okay, by the violet flame. And one more. Can I get an archetype? Can I get some information about this person's soul? DNA blueprint. Past life is coming through. I don't know. Okay, what is this that just came through? Intuition, third eye. Okay, so we definitely have a very intuitive person who is capable of opening their third eye. Like I said, the medium, there's a medium here, okay? But we had to first repair these soul fragments with the matrix and the illusions and negative ties. But, you know, through your messages, we're getting all kinds of information that is transforming. Oh, you're getting visitations in your dreams too. Yeah, absolutely. But forgive it all to move on. They want you to know. Oh my gosh, yeah. We also have twin flame journey and spiritual lesson. So everybody in your past was a spiritual lesson, and that you have to just find, you know, the truth within that. All right, so before I close this down, let's go ahead and look into some other universal energy. We have the balancing act. What did I say? You guys were going through a balancing act. You can't make this up. Yes, you're trying to, remember I said the Two of Pentacles, the spiritual and the physical, you guys are balancing this out. Look at that. The balancing act came out. This is what I'm saying. And then boom, heaven is rushing in underneath visitation, follow the prophecy, and showering you with blessings. Open your heart to receive. This came on heart chakra, back to love. 33, 38. The stars are lining up for the perfect opportunity. What did I say, pile 2? I said Jupiter. Something with the stars is aligning you to everything I just said. You just saw it with your own eyes. Just came true. I said you were balancing act. I said they were aligning you and they were working with your heart. If that's not a confirmation, I don't know what is, guys. But listen, your stars are aligning for the perfect opportunity. It's your turn. It's God's turn. It's you and God. The matrix can kick rocks out of there. You made it to the next initiation. Now you're going to balance where you've been and where you're going. And you may be putting all of your time and energy into one aura and neglecting another area that needs immediate attention. You're going to have to balance out the 3D world because you're still here, baby, but you're in a higher consciousness in your mind and your heart and your soul. So you're living in two different realms, and now you're going to learn to balance them out. But guess what? The heart has been changed by the glory of God. I'm telling you, and the universe and your angels, their heaven is rushing in and showering you with blessings. Open your heart to receive. Follow the prophecy of you. Woo! I love your reading. I'm just like ready to go. I'm ready to go up to the podium now and preach the gospel because the gospel is what you brought to me. So thank you so much. You are an anointed. You are a chosen one. I can definitely see you have great potential. You have things to come. You know, the heaven adores you. You are their beloved. They are assisting you. I am so excited. Like, I was tired this morning. Now I'm pepped up. So if this resonated with you, let me know down in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and share if you feel like this can help somebody else out. I really would appreciate that. Just let me know, guys, how this resonated with you, okay? And I will leave my information in the description box if you guys need any like readings or anything like that. Let me know. I'll leave my email, okay? So this is Groovy. All right, you guys got this. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome in. So if you guys chose the Palomino, then this is going to be your message from the higher forces, the universes, and your guides. So there's a reason why you were drawn into the Palomino, and what I'm hearing for you, Pile 3, is it's time to put the saddle back on the horse and get things done, okay? There is a cycle that is ending and something new is coming in. So I feel like you're moving to the next phase. This also talks about freedom and power. So it's just that I I feel like the universe is sending you some help, okay, to help you transverse from one phase to the other. Okay, so with this Palomino came the caretaker card, okay? So what this shows here is the ending of something. This card is Hades, the underworld, and Persephone, and it's not the abyss, but it's definitely like the underworld, where, you know, the end of one harsh time is over, okay? It was a soul retrieval. So I feel like with the duality, there was something that came to an end with in your life, a challenging time, a death of a certain ego phase, or a death of a situation. And, you know, it's time to, you're not staying in the abyss. This was a pit stop, okay, to do a soul revival, okay? So it's basically like you were in the underworld for a little bit, but this chariot, this horse is picking you up now, and it's like the cosmic timing, the divine timing is for you to come back out to the upper world where it's springtime, because this was like a dark winter phase, like in the depths of the dark, where it was cold and it was like nothing was happening, okay? Things were dying. So there was a sense of you where a period of you that was dying, an old self, an old ego self, a duality, a shadow part of you was dying, okay? So that the better side could be brought back to life, okay? So this wasn't an internal damnation. This was a pit stop. So dark night of the soul, soul fragments, every dark aspect of you was being illuminated down here and repaired, okay? So I think that the winter is over, and with Persephone here with flowers, like she's ready to come back up into the springtime and to into the higher realms, okay? So she represents I don't know, there's like a contract between her and Hades that she comes down for 6 months in the winter, stays with him, and then when it's springtime, she has to go back up, to the heavenly realms, to like the higher realms. And so it's basically symbolic of a period of death and rebirth, okay? And so I feel like for you, pile 3, there has been a period of death, okay? And now it's a period of rebirth. This is a transitional phase. So the Palomino is going to set you free. Like, this is your cosmic chariot coming to get you guys, to take you out of the, lower underworld and bring you back up, okay? Because now the worst is behind us, okay? So I really feel like you guys are going through a major transition, and it's time to have an activation and to be brought back up into the higher realms. So there was a lot of isolation. There was a lot of shedding of old self-identities and self-egos, okay, and facing your shadow. I feel like the Hermit card, okay? So we're going to pull some 3 cards. We're going to pull some Oracle and Tarot cards, but I'm going to do them in phases because there's just some, different energies the higher forces want to, talk to you about. Okay, so give me 3 cards about this energy. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you are replenishing your cup. So when you have this cup upright, the Ace of Cups, means like you're emotionally fulfilled. Everything's great. But when it's in reverse, you are, everything's falling out of the cup. So there was a sense of loss and a sense of discontent and emotional loss. So, yeah, this was very, very spiritual and emotional, okay? So something was being, something very emotionally was going on, okay? So we need to replenish those cups. But first we had to see why it was falling apart, okay? Okay, so I hear it was divine timing. What else was going on, Spirit? The world, yes. Okay, rebirth. Okay, so you were at the end of something, and the ending always brings new beginnings, right? So the universe was stepping in. I'm hearing divine intervention, divine timing to replenish your cup. The underworld is not a great place to be, but it is very eye-awakening, and it really helps illuminate the shadows and what's making us not happy or miserable or why things aren't working, okay? So this is a place to where the old self dies, and where, you know, Persephone talks about the springtime where where the ending has a beginning, where you rise in the springtime, okay? So it's cycles of death and rebirth is what's going on here. And there has been a cycle of death and rebirth with you. So one world is ending and one new world is beginning. And so I feel like the divine has stepped in to replenish this cup for you. Okay, for whatever worldly reasons it was diminished. There was something in the world that was causing you to feel bad. Okay, but now the divine is stepping in to recalibrate you. All right, so let's see what else. The Tower. Yes, 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 yes. So shocking revelation. Something had to move. Look, the devil. Yes, the underworld. Okay. Look at that. Yeah. Something brought you down. Okay, so this devil is definitely the reason why you have the cup in reverse. Okay. This had to end though, okay? Look at the universe stepping in with the world, okay? This tower moment was not comfortable, okay? It was very shocking. It was very hard to deal with because of this devil energy. It took away your happiness. So something had to change with the Wheel of Fortune. I did see that pop out, you know. So it's like the universe is trying to control this chaos, okay, that brought you down. So the devil right next to the underground, I mean, look at that. Do you see this? The devil and the underground. That's Hades, the lord of the underground, okay? But this was not eternal damnation. This was not like, you know, bound by chains for all eternity. This was a pit stop to, you know, control the chaos, to rectify, you know, the duality that was in us, to transmute, to transform. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So it's like now this Palomino is like your cosmic chariot, okay, coming to set you free, because the horse represents freedom. So I feel like you guys went through we're going to clarify these cards, and I'm going to do it with another deck. But pile 3, this was, this is the universe saying this is the ending of your tower moment. Something that, you know, had to leave your life, because the devil does not represent anything good, obviously, because in the world, in that old world, left you feeling very, very unhappy and distraught. Because the Ace of Cups is the happiest the happiest card in the deck besides the Sun's card, right? So the world, okay, Saturn, this is how the karmic debts are paid, lessons and structure and value. All of this came in, okay, like as a divine timing to, you know, to reset this stage, to kind of like end this process, a divine intervention, okay? But Saturn is about hard lessons and karma and all that. So I feel like you guys went through your Saturn return. I felt like you guys, so the Emperor is wanting to show itself. So this is controlling the chaos, okay? So you're definitely elevated here. But I feel like this is a period of the underworld where you went in, and now the divine, it did what it had to do. You faced your shadows, the dark night of the soul. You've seen the light, okay, shine upon it. It's like the light, the sun illuminated all of these energies for you to see clearly what was happening in your life that made you feel so discontent. So, you know, this is definitely the epitome of these 3 cards. Okay, so but it's like over. You're in the transitioning period, because the Palomino, that's what this is how the universe is helping you. The higher forces, God, the universe, the angels are now assisting you. They're removing you from the underworld, because this was not a forever eternal damnation. Like I said, this was a pit stop that the soul needed to evolve along the way, okay, to shed, you know, the old before the new could be reborn. Okay, because again, this is all about death and rebirth. So you went through you already, or you're coming out of it, a death, like the tower moment. Something in your life happened and it shocked the crap out of you. Everything came crumbling down. Old jobs were ending. And you know what's funny? This is the epitome of this card, what it means. Something came to an end. Jobs, relationships. There was a shocking moment that happened in your life that really hurt you, scared you, surprised you. You were trying to control everything. You were trying to control everything so that everything stayed the way it was. But something so much more powerful, something more supernatural overrid your system and came and crashed everything down. And it kind of left you like, well, crap. You know, I did everything I could in order to keep everything afloat here. And some kind of supernatural force had it crumble down to ashes. And so now I think that's what provoked a spiritual awakening with you. But, you know, here's the thing. We still, you know, even though we try to hold things in its place, it's not the best thing for us. But it's what we had at the time. So we try to do whatever we can to make it afloat. The universe was like, the world is the only card that's like, the only different card of all these energies up here besides the horse. The world was like the divine intervention saying that enough is enough. A divine intervention. We've got to shift you. We've got to make you uncomfortable. Otherwise you would have never moved. Type of energy coming here. So something happened supernaturally because it was it defeated whatever you were doing to keep it in place. You couldn't keep up with it. So you know it was a higher force. And that's how the higher forces are helping you to remove any type of toxic environment or situation, job, relationship, people, places, family, whatever, it doesn't matter. They had to do a divine intervention to remove whatever it was that was not for your highest good, especially for your near future. So it's almost like you have a protection around you for the future, because we're holding on to things, you know, that we can't see around the corner, but the divine can. And the divine literally saw that whatever you were trying like heck to hold on to was not for your highest good. And it was better things coming in for you, pile 3. So the divine had to come in and step in. And so this cup is definitely what is watching. This divine is watching your cup. Okay, because it's wanting to put good things in there instead of it always, you know, falling out of your hands, slipping out of your hands. Okay, so whatever effort you put into, the divine wants to match it. Okay, not take away from it like this devil energy did. So these are the devil, and whatever fell was definitely for your highest good, for your protection. Okay, and then as these things came crumbling down, you fell into the underworld to face and to. So it's like the divine showing you why these things had to come crumbling down. And so you spend some time in there reflecting and looking back and like, dang, you know, maybe that did happen for a reason. Because if I couldn't control it to stay here, what the heck was that? That supernatural force that took it away from me. That's why this horse, this cosmic chariot came in to rescue you, because it's like, it's your hero. The universal, the high God, the higher forces are your hero out of a bad, toxic situation. And now we're ready for a new one. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into activations, challenges, blessings, all these things that are coming in. Okay, so definitely, yeah, there's this is what's leaving though, okay? Because the horse is here, and that's the message that the universe wants you to know, is that you know, you're going to be transported out of this. This was a phase. This was a pit stop that you had to do in your current timeline. So I want you to understand, this is a current timeline that has already passed, or that is passing, and you're almost out of it, or you are out of it. Okay, something is phasing out. You're on the precipice of a new beginning, and you're coming out of the dark into the light. You're coming out of the old dying winter into the new abundant springtime. Okay, so underworld for sure. What is this cups in reverse? Oh my gosh, mental conflict. Yes. So I want to say this was a partnership that had mental conflict. I want to say that this is definitely a mental conflict you had with somebody or something, and it just was not giving you the sense of peace or the emotional fulfillment that you needed. Show me the world card, like the universe is stepping in here. This is the good card. Yeah, obstacles and challenges, number 5. So that's about change. The horse is about change and freedom, okay? So this obstacle and challenges you were having, the world stepped in. The world stepped in to remove, like I said, to remove these obstacles and challenges. And so did this Tower card. Clarify this Tower card, Spirit. There we go. The shadow. Look at that. This is all about the shadow and the duality that I was talking about. This tower had to be removed so you could see clearly. This was blocking your view. This is the moon card, the moon and the tarot. These were, oh my God. So this is the moon card in the tarot. This moon card in the tower is talking about things you could not see. You couldn't see the shadow that was in your way, but the divine could. This is why the underworld had taken you under, so you could see what the devil was doing. This is you and the devil and God. This is definitely the divine wanted you to know, hey, you know, we're moving things. But this thing is like they had to move you, or they had to make you uncomfortable with this tower. Otherwise, you would have never moved, right? Because sometimes we just take it because we feel like there's nothing better. But the divine's like, bull crap. Like, there is a lot better. And we're not going to let this devil take it away from you. We're not going to let this devil, swap destinies with you or take your destiny away. Okay, so this was a level of protection like no other. Show me this devil energy. Wow, look at how the cards are all coming out. Like, yeah, harvesting your energy. What? Oh my gosh, this devil was harvesting your energy. This devil was harvesting your energy. You didn't even know it. Disconnect and boredom. Yes. So this devil was keeping you in some type of bondage that you couldn't see anything better. Like, I really am feeling a settling. Like you were settling for something because maybe you felt like it was too hard to reach what you really wanted, or you felt like it was impossible for it to come your way. So I'm hearing that you felt like it was impossible for what you truly wanted to come your way. So you were settling for this other energy because it was like, and it could be a relationship, it could be a job. So basically, whatever you were involved in, you were like, this isn't it for me. Like, I don't want this. I really want this. I would daydream about this and that, and the guy or the girl or the job or the body or the education, whatever, or the lifestyle, whatever it could be, the house, it doesn't matter, the family. But you felt defeated because whatever you wanted was unattainable, unreachable. So you settled for other energies. And the devil was saying, bet. Okay, so I'm going to swap your destiny, because he knew God can give you more. But if you don't tap into that God energy, he's got you where he wants you. He's harvesting off of you. So because we can't do it alone. That's why we say we got to put we got to put the armor of God on, because we cannot see what this slimy little sucker is up to. And he left you in a mental mind state, this mental conflict of disconnect and boredom with life, because you weren't getting what you needed to get. Because this cups was in reverse, because this devil was like on your ass, was on your back. But you know, it's like God, it's like if you see a little baby gazelle or a baby deer getting attacked by a bunch of wolves, it's unfair. It's an uneven match. So the mom and the whole, you know, tribe steps in and they kill them off. Like you've seen how the whole tribe of animals will come in and run the wolves off, you know, most of the time. That's devil and the divine coming in to say, hey, those aren't our monkeys, not our circus. Get him off his back. Get him off her back. So you have to understand that life is not like that. That's the devil's job, to make us feel like we are conflicted and we have discontent and boredom with our lives, and that we don't have any access of miracles and blessings to restore or replenish, you know, something better. So we stick with what we had. So I just want to tell you that until you face that shadow, the devil was going to try to block it from you. The shadow, this moon card with the tower. The devil, like, was not playing fair. And the divine saw that, and so stepped in. And this is why they're moving some things around supernaturally that you couldn't do, even if you had a magic wand, okay? All right? So this is the light and the shadow spiritual warfare that's going on here, and you're right in the middle of it, but God's like, step back and let me handle this. Like, no joke. What do we got? Okay, so caretakers serve and accompany, reunite, fulfillment and wishes. So the caretaker, so this transition that's ending, this boat is coming to get you, this cosmic chariot horse is coming to get you to fulfill your wishes, okay? And again, the horse is about power, to step back into your power. Half man, half lion, half divine, half man, right? Like, you are divine, but you're in a human body, so you're both. Remember, you have God within you. So you've been in solitude for quite some time, okay? You've been in solitude for quite some time. So let's go ahead and pull some more energies, guys. All right. Wow, tough energies, right? But blessing after blessing. Okay, you guys have a lot of assistance right now from the universe. Okay, so pay attention to how things are unfolding in your life without you doing anything about it. It's basically defeating whatever you try to do. It overrides it. Okay, so conscious steps moving forward. So consider action. So 888, this Lionsgate portal, okay, is going to be a very big stepper for you, okay? So it's going to help you, push you forward out of this energy into the new pathway, the new way forward that the divine wants you to take, okay? So make sure that you're conscious and aware of every step that you take, and you're looking forward, okay, to integrating all of this, and you know, and why it happened, you know, and where the universe is trying to direct you to go. Be conscious of where the universe wants you to go, where you've been, you know, and how you got out of it, and where you're going. Okay, but this is good. This is good because, you know, this is good because, you know, we can't do this alone. Yeah, so here is the energies that is definitely happening around you. There has been, with this moon and the tower, okay, there has been hidden truth, something unknown. Do you see how all you can see is this iceberg on the top? How this is exactly how Titanic fell, right? This is, the tower falls, right? But this is how Titanic fell, is because all they saw was this little iceberg, but they didn't realize how big it was underneath. So when they went around it, the bottom was sticking out way further, and that's why the Titanic got hit and it sunk. Because there's something unknown and hidden truths that you don't see. This is the shadow with the tower. The tower is hanging over something that you cannot see. It's shadowing something. It's covering something up. There's something beneath the surface that was going to get you, okay, and take you down. So the divine had to step in, right? And so uncontrolled feelings, currents of emotions, you couldn't control the situation. This is exactly what I was saying with this. You tried to control it the best way you could, but you couldn't control how it ended up, for the good or for the bad, because these universal forces are bigger than us. But luckily, God is the biggest universal force there is, and it's on our side, and they sent you an assistance. So if you've been wondering why this uncontrollable force has been, at your side, that's because they were helping you from something you didn't see. And that's why the tower fell. This devil you had to have assistance. We all do, because it's just awful. He's got demons everywhere. He's got little goblins everywhere. Sometimes he comes and disguised as the light when something's good for you and it winds up being bad. We actually produce something when we think it's the light, and then we're stuck with that. There's so many things that, why it's hard to shake off. This could actually be an addiction for some of you. There's something that this devil was holding you in hostage with. It was like in a bondage, and this tower had to fall because the divine said, no more. This girl's got a beautiful future, and if I don't come in, this future will never be known. This future will never be known. And so I think for a lot of you guys, there was a situation like, how come I can't control any of this? And that's because the universe, the higher forces were assisting you. And they're powerful beyond, it's the highest force there is. Any more from this deck, Spirit? Okay, look, freedom right there next to that horse, okay? I said freedom, moving on and letting go, exactly. So everything is out of that cage. So that's what I was saying, is that now it's time to move forward with conscious steps, because you have now been released from the cage. Like I said, Persephone and Hades down here at the underworld, they are letting you go. It's been fixed. The situation has been acknowledged. It has been reversed. Okay, so now you are being released from this curse, from this spell, from this bondage of the devil. You have been rescued. They had you in this temporary cage right here with this underworld, fixing you, repairing you, showing you things that like you had to see for yourself, so that you could clearly see the shadow that was being hidden. This devil had very many tricks that he was doing to manipulate the situation, right? And it was not for your highest good. So Spirit had to set you free. So that's the Palomino. You are being set free now. This is why the Palomino is coming in. The bird was in the cage. A new beginning came. Finally, okay, the butterfly has its wings. It is now a symbol for the bird to fly out now for freedom. So there's been a process to this whole situation, okay? And you've been connected to the divine the whole entire time. But now, as you see clearly what was going on, they're telling you to be reminded to take conscious steps whenever you move forward, that this really happened. This is how it happened, why it happened, and why you need to be, take considered actions looking forward. Be conscious and aware of what the next choices you are making, to make more wise choices or to integrate the knowledge. This is a new future that was obviously worth protecting, because there is so much more you don't know about your future, your destiny. There's something that Spirit is protecting, because there's something beautiful that's going to happen. And I think that since you were saved, you're going to be somebody's hero. I think that This is beautiful, and this is nothing, this is evolution at play here. This is the way it's supposed to happen. And you did it, and you've made it through the other side. And so, you know, this is a testimony. You're like a walking testimony here. And so now I feel like you're going to be able, with this horse, you become the Palomino, and it's like you step back into your power. You reclaim your wishes. You disconnect from boredom, and you become connected. And then you know, there's just some kind of way shower here. I'm getting a way shower energy. All right, anything from this deck, Spirit? Yeah, transformation. Big transformation, and the cycle is over. All right, let's look into some activations. What activations are we having, Spirit? Starseed Elemental, co-creating with Spirit. Yeah, so you're stepping into a blueprint that is being reactivated. Like, you literally had to go through these earthly experiences. You have to be very vulnerable right now. You have to be vulnerable right now, because this is going to lead you to like rags to riches. Because I'm saying, like, you're going to discover your DNA, who you truly are. This doesn't define you. This is what makes you, okay? But this doesn't define you. Like, you are a force to be reckoned with here. These are like gladiators that you had to defeat to get to the other side, and you defeated them. And now you are ready for like even more battles, okay? But I'm just saying, you're becoming a badass and you're stepping into your divine blueprint. You're finding out who you truly are. You are self-discovering yourself. Oh, you know what? I just had I just ate a Chinese fortune cookie, and they told me to read this for pile 3. A time of self-discovery is in your future. There you go. You're discovering who you truly are and what life is. A time of self-discovery is in your future. Shine your light. Yeah. So she of the lotus. So you came from really muddied waters, and now the transformation has occurred, and now it's time for you to that flow, the water overflow. Your cup is being refilled, okay? And then it's just like, now you can shine your light. Wow. Beautiful. All right, let's get another activation, Spirit. Thank you. What do we got here? Friends. Shine your light with your friends. Exactly. You are going to become... I have 43, 44, 35, 56. I've got some age numbers there. 34, 31, 56, 43, 35, and 44. But anyways... like I said, shine your light came on to your friends. The 11th house has a purpose. It's a humanitarian. So now you become somebody else's hero, because, you know, you have walked through those energies. Like, you've literally been through universal boot camp. is what I'm feeling. All right, so we're going to look at some more energies here. Wow. Yeah, so being vulnerable, okay, because this is like making you into a all-star here. All-star training, okay? This is not define you. This is what's making you, and then who you are in the ending is like, whoa, okay? So you're coming in to define who you really are. Starseed, type of, you know, higher being, but you had to walk the path of enlightenment. You had to walk the path of destruction to find, you know, enlightenment. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, but you're in the process. What do we got here? Okay, cosmic timing. What did I tell you? This was all about cosmic timing. Yep, like I said, divine intervention, cosmic timing. So, engaging in introspection and realization moments. This is what I'm saying. You're turning inwards and having self-reflection. Finding guidance, seeking truth, interested in learning, seeking wisdom and support from mentors, teachers, or resources. So in the time of reflection, you were seeking wisdom and you got it. Somehow the universe put it into your lap. Cosmic timing. Yeah, personal mission. Okay, this was personal. And whatever you were going through personally, it was cosmic timing to come in and assist you. Like I had just mentioned before with, you know, up there. Do the work, the shadow work. Do the work. And your light. Absolutely. So if you do the work, your light will shine. So you're embracing a new perspective right now, okay? In a sense of, you know, it's a rebirth. Like I said, this whole thing has been a rebirth. And now it's saying embracing a new perspective or a sense of self has been occurring right now. Okay, solitude journey came out again. You have been illuminated when you seek the wisdom. Okay, so you could be an empath. And again, this was a solitude journey. Wow. I do have spirit medium on the back, so some of you could be a medium as well. And you're activating your spiritual ancient gifts. Okay, so that's some of the energies that is going on here. And then let me go ahead and pull a blessing from the divine. Let's see what the cosmos want to say to you. And then I will let you go, pile 3. Show me pile 3. Ooh, thank you. Perfectionist. Are you a perfectionist? Financial freedom. So again, if you had to let go of a job or a job let go of you, that wasn't by coincidence or coincidence. It was on purpose. Okay? So they could realign you with something better. I think a lot of you may have felt, so this freedom, this horse was to free you from something that was keeping you in bondage. And pile 3, it could have said, I want to make more money, but there's no way I can. The divine had to break you from that limited belief system. You may be feeling trapped in regards to the amount of money that is currently flowing into your life. And listen, because you're probably a practical, you're probably a Taurus like me. You know what I mean? You're real practical. But the thing is, we got set. You're a fixed sign. You could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus, okay? And we get set in our ways. Okay, you don't have to be. I'm just saying. We were in some type of fixed energy that the devil's like, oh, they got him trapped. I'm going to keep feeding and harvesting off of that. So the divine had to break you free from this financial, thing. Okay. And I'm guilty of it too. Damn it. Like, I'm so guilty. So I did say that there was something that you were holding on to, that you said, the reason why I'm doing that, I don't like it, but I can't get what I really want. And the divine called you out on that. So just stay put for a little bit. Watch the tables turn in your favor, because we had to break that limited mindset of yours. Now, you're a perfectionist. Yeah, you're a fixed sign. You might be a Scorpio. I'm just saying. I'm going to throw it out there. But keep your standards high and honorable, but let go of the need to be perfect. Let go of the control. Yes! Pile 3, I said that in the beginning, because I said that you are trying to control the outcome, but you are like amazed that a power stepped in and took that right out of you like nobody's business. Let's throw some signs to see what we're working with. Your top 3. Your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node here. We've got Aquarius, we got Libra, we got Scorpio and Aries. I know there's a Scorpio here. And then we got Virgo and another Scorpio. So we definitely have Scorpio here. So Scorpio, if if you're resonating with a Scorpion, type of zodiac here, that's we need to lighten up. Let go of that death grip. My mom is a Scorpio, so I know. But anyways, it doesn't have to be any of those. If the message resonates with you, then it is definitely your message, okay? Wow, so I'm going to leave my information down in the description box. And so if you guys need a personal reading or any other type of information from your guides, or just, anything you need to know, you can contact me at that email. Okay. And I'll leave that information down below. But this is all I have for you. Please hit subscribe, like, and share if this helped you, if you think you could help somebody else. Okay. So, but you guys got this. This is a beautiful new beginning. I mean, it's just go with the flow. The universe has got you. Okay. So thank you for being here. Thank Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.